Hey YouTube, Mars1952 here, and I'm going to share a tip with you that has saved me thousands and thousands of dollars over the decades. And that is how to make quarter sawn lumber out of dimension lumber. As you might know, typically all boards nowadays are cut with a flat sawn or plain sawn, and they take the middle few slices out of the log and call it quarter sawn. But it's really hard to find, and it's real expensive when you do find it. Now you can make your own just by slicing up dimension lumber. So I made this 5/4 and 1 inch quarter sawn stuff, which is actually 1 inch thick and 3/4 of an inch thick, out of this stuff from Lowe's. They call this spruce pine fir, and you can see that this stuff is flat sawn. Now that's the type of lumber that people, when they pick through the stack, they set that aside. But if you take that and slice it into 3/4 inch wide or 1 inch wide pieces, you end up with this nice quarter sawn lumber. Now I did the same thing sort of with this stuff. This is some yellow pine that I cut this out of 2x10s and 2x12s that I picked through. In this case, I found the ones that were indeed quarter sawn, and typically on those wide boards you've got a pith in the middle of the board, or somewhere near the middle, and you just have to cut around the pith and you end up with boards on the side that are nice quarter sawn. Now these are left over. They're not as nice as a lot of them that I made, but the ones in the middle are a full inch thick. The one on the side is 1.25 inches thick. And of course, obviously I had to plane those down to get that. More waste in this case, but I wanted lumber that was going to stay straight and nice and flat. Now this stuff is going to go into a bunch of beehive parts, and it's going to be out in the weather. And once again, I don't want it to warp, or I don't want it to stay nice and flat. So that's about it. Just take your, go pick through the lumber. And you notice some of these aren't perfectly flat. I didn't show you the jigs and stuff that I used to do this, but basically it's just this. You have these one-way rollers that hold it down, keep it up against this fence, and in the case of this curved stuff like this, you can see it's pretty badly curved. It holds it, the rollers hold it down on one side, and you get relatively good boards. For what I'm doing with the beehives, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be dimensionally stable. All right, that's all for now.